walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Yeah, lekker man. Lekker. Right. You can just let me know if you've got the audio visuals hunky-dory over there. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a bi-monthly session, it seems. Yes, like it. What a timer. What a time. Holy crapsack. Anywho, I'm back for some chats because I missed some of you bastardos. It'd be nice to hear what's going on in your lives as well. But yeah, I had an up and down and almost like the waves hitting the coast recently with these super high tides. Yes, but the oceans are difficult, huh? Shows you what the Earth is currently thinking of human activity on this planet. That they decided to just send us a little message that we should pick up or start, can I say, prioritizing to look after one another. So, in any case, but yeah, it's nice to actually be back there. You can also hear that I'm still a bit sick. We have sound and picture, Hanky Dory. Thank you very much. Vos Reineke inside the house number first. Is dit net ons twee vanaand? Yeah, well, we're probably going to be the usual eight suspects. The usual suspects, Kaiser Souza, Dion Danhauser, good evening. Dion, Pierre Kok, hello Pierre, lekker om jou te hê. Dion 78, all the way there from England. I say, are you guys happy with your rugby so far? I'm sure you would want your rugby team to just to step it up a notch, eh? To step it up a notch. But scary, the close wins which they have. They should win much further than that. JP Maton, goeienaand, lekker om jou te hê. JP ook, en Ronaldo, I dad, dude. Dion, he says we have sound and picture, AV, everything's hunky dory, everything's good, good, good. Yeah, so I mean, last weekend, I'm not sure if you guys, if I actually told you, I can't even remember, Jesus, when this happened. But we've been kicked out of our house because our daughter wanted a house party here, and then I especially organized a nice little spot for me and wifey at the Birkenhead Manor in Bloberg. Obviously spotted around for a good, decent bed and breakfast. And we also got organized us a nice little two-table venue at Doodles against the beach for later that evening so we can watch the New Zealand France game over there. And yeah, it was very much nice. Next morning, bed and breakfast. And then we came back to a house which was partially well looked after, put it that way. Vaping Big, hello Cloudheads, your vape YouTube review is here from the Netherlands. Lekker man, Grytjie appelmoes, tulpe en klompe, waar wil ons wees? Um, yeah, so that's basically that. But I will let you know what was actually going on once it is finalized. Put it that way. Put it that way. But we're not talking going to jail, things like that though. So don't worry about that though. It's nothing that hectic though. But anywho, last Friday, just to top it off, except for the exams, which and we had a terrible fucking schedule. Um, our specific subject, life science. I mean, they were writing on one another. Yes, like a Thursday we got in grade 11 tests. Friday we got in grade 9 tests, grade 11 practicals. Saturday I got in my paper 1 for grade 12 prelims. Monday I got in my grade 12 prelims paper 2. So it was heavy crap. And then it's nog hierdie siekte ook. You don't feel like marking. It sucks. But you got to do it. You got no choice. And then Friday, I invigilated to top it off. This is extra. These things just bounce. And I think I told you my sister-in-law got tuberculosis as well from working at the small school. She picked it up from one of the kids. So she's getting thinner and thinner. But in any case, so I was invigilating. I was actually just looking after a class like we normally do during exam times. You switch around to invigilate in different areas, subjects, grades, etc. So I'm sitting in a class which I don't know. I don't know these kids. They don't take life science. They're totally different group. And I see a little lighty, but a lot of them are on their phones, and they're not allowed to be on their phones during exam time. But because there were teachers previous to me, and when I got there, these kids were on their phones. Obviously not during exam time. These kids weren't writing anything, put it that way. And but they're still not allowed to. They should study for whatever they're writing the next day or the following day after that. So I decided to throw a blind eye to this and let the kids, because they're nice and quiet. Yeah, ouetjie sommer takes out a lekker stuk droë wors. He's even rustig sits there on his little bunkie, taking out his nice lekker piece of droë wors and standing eating it there as if it's normal. So I asked the ouetjie, I said, listen, according to me, it's against the rules to eat in class. You're not allowed to eat and drink in class. And you're not even allowed to use your cell phones, but I've already decided to throw a blind eye to that. So you've got that little privilege running for you already. So maybe it's a good idea if you just put away your droeworsie. In any case, it's a grade 10 class, but the kid does it. And just after a few seconds after, a kid which sits very close to him, I mean, it's basically two seats away from him. He obviously, because he was also looking, the whole class obviously was looking at me when I talked to this kid. This ouetjie takes out a bread and he starts munching away at the bread. Just after I said you're not allowed to eat in the class, and I was friendly and nice, like I usually am. Um, but yeah, then obviously I was very angry. So I stepped over to the lighty and looked him in the eye and said, why do you do that? But I was so angry. When he was turned away to put his broodjie in his tas, I gave him a smack behind the head, a lekker klap behind the head. But I could see when I did that, the ouetjie got a fright. Now, obviously, we're not allowed to do it. We're not allowed to. Days of corporal punishment is gone, etc., etc. And I don't know this class. They don't know me probably as well as what they should. But I could see in this little ouetjie's face, hy's gat afgeskrik, and I knew there's going to be consequences. I knew it. That was the Thursday. Friday, the guy in control of the security at the school and the discipline at the school. Very, very nice chap, very nice chap. But he comes to me in my class while I'm marking papers, and he says, "Listen, he needs to see me." And I immediately knew what it was about. So I told him, "Yeah, listen, I know exactly what it's about." After the words, I asked the kid for his parents' phone numbers, and then when my invigilation was done, I called the kid to one side outside the class, and I said, "Listen, what I did is wrong. I'm sorry about that. If you want, I can call your parents." I'm giving him the option because I know what would have happened in my day if I called my parents, or a teacher called my parents and said, "Listen, this is what happened." My dad would not have worried about the slap at all. He would have given me 3 extra shots with a cane when I got home. I know this because it happened once. It happened once. So, any case, so I gave the little kid the option because I didn't know how strict his parents might have been. And he said, "No, no, it's fine. It's fine. I don't have to call his parents." So, any case, I let it be. So, the next day, as I said, this other grown up worker in control of the discipline, he comes to me and says, "No, the parents want to see me." I said, "That's fine. I mean, I've got nothing to hide. What I did is not right, but let's see what happens." But it turns out parents were extremely nice. They just wanted to hear what was my side of the story. So I was very lucky there that the parents were very nice. But in the hearing, I actually told him, or the meeting, or whatever you want to call it, I told him, it's hard for us old school teachers that grew up with cadets at school, which grew up with a good moral system where your dad, as soon as he hears a complaint, you have to wait in the room. He even had a name for the stick which he smacked us with. The stick's name was called Bloedworm. So yeah, and it's just so hard because I mean I know that the way in which you learn is by a decent punishment, whatever that might be. Now, unfortunately, there is a few individuals who obviously are ADHD, who are bipolar, who I understand that, who's got autism, and I understand that. And I mean, remember, you don't have the special schools anymore where these people go to. I mean, your Model C schools are open schools. You have to accommodate anyone in your Model C government schools, even if they're blind, if they're deaf, if they're in wheelchairs, doesn't matter. You got to take in everyone. And you got to understand, you just can't do these things anymore. And it's pretty hard for me because, I mean, the kids are getting arrogant. It's very difficult. We're still one of the lucky schools where our kids are generally very, very nice and they actually listen to you very quickly. But I mean, for me being 53 years old, if you ask kids nicely and one kid just afterwards decides to take out his bread, whether he might have been gone with his mind thinking of something else, not have heard me, which I don't think is likely though, but yeah, oaks, damn it. I can still remember in grade 10 and standard 8, we wrote a biology test. I did extremely well in that test, but what I never knew is that the teacher used that test as a benchmark. I never knew it. And the follow-up test, I didn't do as well as the first test. I probably dropped around 7% or 8%, something. Still got in my 70s, but the first test I got 80s. And he called me forward and he smacked me 3 shots with a cane. 3 shots with a cane. And I was angry. Of course, I was angry. You're a teenager. You're gonna get angry, but you don't show it. You don't tell the teacher because he's gonna smack you more. So I go home afterwards and I tell my father in the afternoon. I said, "Dad, you won't believe what happened." And I didn't even get to the results of my test, how well I actually did. I just told him, "Listen, the teacher called me forward and hit me 3 shots." And he said, "Are you talking behind your teacher's back?" Go wait in the room. And he smacked me 3 shots again. And that just taught me something that, I mean, that there is a pecking order. You must realize there is a pecking order of authority in life. And it's your choice to like or dislike that person, but he's still got to respect his position, that authority position. And there are ways and means to go about things. And the way I did it was not correct, according to Daddy. So, in any case, yeah, so that was just one of the things also above the sickness, above the bloody lot of papers which I had to mark, and this other thing which is still pending, the big thing, which is absolute unnecessary. But I mean, I'll tell you about that later. You basically have to walk on glass every day in today's society. And I'm sure you guys know it, no matter where you are. I mean, it's so sad that things which you say, which you mean in a total different way, can be construed as something else, as something hurtful or something hateful or whatever, because people just don't know you. And it's just sad. It's sad what life has become. But in any case, I'm still on my blimey, obviously, still heating it over there. What I actually tried, two people WhatsApped me and said, listen, did you see Flavor World is selling these numbers, these ouchies? And I said, lekker man, lekker. I'm up for this because this is, as you know, this is what my wife basically vapes. And it is a one shot, 30 ml one shot. But all you need to do is you just stop this thing in a 120 ml bottle, fill it up with your nicotine, your VG, and your PG, and boom, you have got the shop strawberry milkshake or strawberry milk from Slick. So they've got their whole range over there, and they've got some nice flavors as well. So you can go and check that out. It absolutely makes it worth a while. Okay, let's quickly go on over here. Let's check. Okay, Vaping BK. Ah, lekker. Vaping, where are you based? In the Netherlands? I moved here. Well, there you go. There you got a buddy. JP en hy man gaan lekker sit 'n kasie eet een van die dae. Elfen aan the Rijn in Zuid-Holland. Grew up in Den Haag. All right. Okay, so there's new pen pals. We'll send you a DM tomorrow. Good evening, Ilandre. Nice to see you over here. Good evening, everyone. Chat. Henry's here. Lou, your dad is like mine. Yeah, no, don't blame my dad. I mean, as I said, it's what he did and how he did it. I didn't like it then, but I understand it now. So you've got so much more respect, as I said, for people's positions, and not necessarily people. I always think people need to earn respect, but positions automatically warrant respect. That's how I feel. I mean, it's the same with the army. I mean, you've got your corporal, and then you've got your staff, your sergeant. I mean, then you've got your staff sergeant, you got your regiment, summer jure and allerlei manne. Then you got your officers. And it was crazy to me when I did my junior leaders and I became a one-star lieutenant after my first year, to actually see a sergeant major who's the head under officer in the whole unit, die thematic koning het ons hom altyd genoem, that the guy actually, when you come past, he actually salutes you out of respect. Even if you're a little snot copy who just came fresh out of school. Remember, I left school when I was 17 still when I left school. Because I was born here in the beginning of the year though. So ek was 'n bietjie te vroeg skool toe. So basically, when I became a lieutenant, I was still 18 years old. A month later, I became 19. But to see these senior guys actually salute you, and obviously you salute them back, it just shows you that that needs to be in place in society, and it doesn't happen anymore. I watched a video earlier where I don't know what's going on in England. Those oaks are going. I don't know if it's just videos which I see, but I watch Piers Morgan and those guys, and regularly they talk about the problems which are arising in London. And most places, I mean, Jesus, even America, with all these immigrants which they decided just to allow to come and park off there in their country, and they between die moeilikheid. But these oaks almost start smacking the cops. That's the last thing which you would have considered doing 25, 30 years ago. You would never even think about it. You try to be as nice as possible with these people as what you can. Ons was bang. Ons is bang vir polisiemanne. Ons hulle gerespekteer. So yeah, but I mean, as I said, it's just so weird. It's each for their own. Each for their own. I've still got my little jelly box there. I actually saw somebody post it in eSig essay. Let me just quickly get that post over here. I might as well just quickly show you that. But here, daar maak ek sommer ding nou toe. Kom doen ek dit. Poepeldief. Okay, just bookmark that again. There you go. There you can open there. And then eSig, oh, he is open. But it was one of the vendors. And I can't remember seeing this thing. I can't remember showing it to you. But all their vapes was actually just showing new stuff which he was getting in. Right, let me quickly go over here. So we've got something vape related. No problem. There, just check that out. I think that's a nice looking mod. I kind of like it. I mean, I am a Jellybox fan. So that thing where there's a bit of transparency going through there, it's a 21,700. I like the roundedness at the back, the same situation over here. Nice and round at the back. And yeah, it reminds me a lot of this guy. But I think that would be a very nice Nomachi. But that's one of the items he will be receiving soon. And then this guy, that's all day vapes. You can just go and check on eSig SA. But yeah, that's getting in. And this charging cable, which is always a very handy charging cable because it gets all the points. Now, normally you would consider buying these things from Amazon or whatever, eBay, but this oak's getting them in. So this is cool just to get these things. I just hope there's some kind of slot where you can actually put these little guys without losing them. And then he's going to get the Ulberich 2 MTL RTAs is going to get in. And then the Pulse is on his way, the Pulse 3. And then he's got this little number coming in as well. So All Day Vapes is actually having some nice items coming in there. I checked out Survape as well. Survape is still got the usual stuff, disposables and things like that, the little copies, which I'm not interested in. But nothing interesting on Survape's site. So it seems like All Day Vapes, he's the guy now to actually go and check out and support. But yeah, I can just quickly go back to supporting vendors, and then you can see where I was. All right, so if you go and have a look over there, you should see the mouse as well. There where you see All Day Vapes down the right side. There, All Day Vapes. So All Day Vapes. That you just click on that, and it will open up. And then what I normally do is that's his whole thread. And if you want to go to his website, what's actually nice, they always list their websites over there. You can just click on one of these things, and automatically we'll go to their websites. So you can somehow go and see new arrivals, what they've got, which is new. That's lekker, but these guys are also almost on the way there. But yeah, I like the look of that guy. I like it. But you can go and check. Easy to do it yourself. Some nice classic mods and kits still. So All Their Vapes has got some nice gear, some good gear. Yeah, I saw somebody looking for a squonker the other day. There's still the Centaurus Quest squonker over there. Nice chroma R looking over there. I actually like this blue one. Blue one looks cool beans. I like it. I like it. But in any case, yeah. So yeah, that is that. Otherwise, what you guys vaping on? What you doing? As I said, I'm still running a bit of caramel cigar over there. There it is. Caramel cigar. Might as well just hold it up there because I don't have the autofocus on. And blind me in this number. And then yeah, I've also got some caramel cigar in this guy still running. I just showed you the number over here. And that's that. Lekker op 5 plekke. Hi. Louis there. Okay, good evening, John Martin. Lekker, John. Nice to see you as well over here. We're hitting 10 people here tonight. They had the slipper for punishment in my school. Nogal a slipper. We actually had a teacher which never hit us. I don't know if he just felt he didn't like, or he was probably afraid we won't like him if he hits us, whatever. But he always had another teacher hit us. So if we forgot to do our homework or purposely didn't do our homework, or was disruption in class, or we came late for his class or whatever, he would just send us to the history teacher, and that guy smacked us. That guy smacked us good. But yeah, I think the people that normally smacked the hardest were the woodwork teachers. Yes, hy het ook onderwysers het hard getimmer. Any case, the woundness and cancel culture is destroying normal humans. Yeah, yeah. What can you say? What can you say? I wonder what's going to happen. I don't know if you know Russell Brand. Know the whole thing going on with the Russell Brand situation, which I've been following. Because I mean, I've enjoyed Russell Brand. Not at the beginning though, because he was a bit of a lefty, a bit of a wokey orientated. But he, after the whole COVID situation, like his eyes opened up, and he started speaking against the whole situation on governments manipulating people, and he brings out amazing stats. I don't know if you guys are even aware at how much money the pharmaceutical companies like Pfizer and Johnson's, those people made during the COVID time. I mean, we're not talking a billion. We're not talking a billion. We're not talking 100 billion. So you can think by yourself, there is a method behind the madness. But in any case, now all of a sudden, after 10 years, 4 girls are coming out and said, even one as young as 16, said that she was being groomed by him, and the other three, I think, raped him and things like that. But yeah, the same situation with Andrew Tate. It's actually interesting that these guys who are so outspoken about things, they tend to get flack from some other direction, whether it's um, unfounded or ungrounded, doesn't matter. These guys, the reputations these people suffer, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, the damage to their reputations. And then, as I said, most likely it's not even going to be true. Because I know Russell Brand is one of those guys who actually bragged about the thousands of women he's been sleeping with, and that he likes, how can I say, flirting with them, and etc., etc., etc. So, ook like that, I don't know. I don't know whether he would go as far as doing something like this. But only time will tell if he gets a decent a verhoor day in court though. But I mean, I don't think we need to judge people beforehand though. Let the courts decide. Kobus Carpenter, jy's is 'n tycoon with a droid RBA. Here nogal rebel bogan 6 current. You guys have got different things over there. Tycoon, I know you have, but the droid RBA. Not everything reaches South African shores. I mean, I show a lot of things, but yeah. Vaping some Golden Virginia. Yo, Virginia nogal lekker man. Guar mixed fruit lemonade. Die ons eie. This. By the way, these little one shots are only 110 kiesers. If you're going to decide to go and buy these sleek one shots, they're only 110. Um, so you can actually save a couple of tens making your own juice there. Sasol shutdown, nou klaar. Dorp weer terug normaal toe. Well, there you go. Manta RTA and Vaporizzer Lux. Not often I hear people still using the Lux. Nice. I like the look of the Lux. Guar with iced coffee in a blaze. Here you go, force man. Nitrous and with a temporal with 6 currents. Where do you come up with this? What the hell is a temporal? Now you also have got the weirdest stuff. Dead Rabbit V3 blimey, daar sê, dankie vir die waarheid. MTL Ages S100 Glass Mini en some cigar. Daar sê, smaak by ek en Henry's op dieselfde ding. We fixed on these flavors and we happy with these flavors. As I said, luckily I've got Arabian Night still, and there's a few other fruits I still also like. I mean, I enjoy my peach lemonade, make no mistake. I enjoyed my apricot iced tea. That's also lekker op 5 plekke. My pear lychee, school beans. And my buddy that was just here ordered something which I haven't actually made myself in a long time, which I call pips. It was called melancholy, but I changed it to pips. So the name is shorter. It's easier on the design. But yeah, it's a nice apple watermelon with menthol and ice. Lekker man. Lekker just as a palate cleanser. It works great. Bought an Arbiter V2 when I got it. It was Arbiter V1. Was hoping to be vaping on the V2, but that went south. Henry, if you're going to quick that Arbiter V2 correctly, that's it. That's it. Then you're done and dusted. Then we have become vaping clones regarding our habits. Absolutely. The atemporal, okay, atemporal RDTA for the borrow comes with the Zayan. It's almost like a Rasta number. All right, so we can actually go and check out what is new on the scene of the Russian websites. And there's a few new things, which we missed out. Because, I mean, as I said, it was a whole week. So I think the last thing which we actually had a look at, was that Kangatech guy. I can just quickly pop over here. But yeah, you guys can still remember. Did we even look at the Undying Rabbit Solo RTA by Hellvape? Did we check out the latest rabbit? That there is another dead rabbit? Did we have a look at this, blokes? You must let me know. But yeah, as I said, just blowing with reliable protection. A bulge for 4 mils. So it's actually going to be a small little RTA, this. Probably a single coil RTA. But yeah, with a bubble glass, 4 mils of juice. Yeah, there's a nice little single coil. Airflow from the bottom, which is always a hit. No problem. Nice reduced distance between the chimney and the mouth. This guy's going to give you good flavor, I can tell you now. You're going to get good flavor from this. So yeah, but I mean, it would be nice if there was just a different, they would just call something else different. Start with a fox maybe, or meerkat or something else. Yeah, but this dead rabbit, how long is it going to go on? I think there's more dead rabbits made than what there are Star Wars movies made, or they're not at the James Bond level yet. I can't even remember how many James Bond movies there were. 24? Jeez, like now I can't remember. But that's a lot. It is a lot. Okay, nice push one as well. That I also like. So I think this guy's going to do well. I know there's a lot of fans for single coils. So I think this guy should do very much decent. Very much decent. And as I said, now with the bubble glass as well. I like a little stubby. But yeah, you can see very short there. 37, not even 4 centimeters. 24 diameter. It's going to be a little fat bugger. So I like it. I like it. I'll give it a run. I'll give it a run. If it passes my way. And then we've got this monkey nut from Aspire. Looks like some of the industrial caging over here. Durable aluminum body. Yeah, it almost reminds me of, what's it, the Tesla mods. Was it the Tesla mods? Which almost has that X on it. But alright, something else. Not that small, eh? It looks fairly large. 3.4 volts, 4.5 mils. Yeah, 8 centimeters tall. Al a tall little guy. Here it's got a moose long tank. Holy crap. Ja, dis 'n lang man hy. 'n Lang van foofie. 800 milliamp battery. That's a small battery for this huge guy. But it's because the tank's probably taking up half of it. Half of the space. But yeah, nice to see 4.5 or a 2 mil tank. Alright, that's that one. Number next, Odd Job Borrow RBA by Suicide Mods. Hey, this for all you borrow lovers. There's something new that you can play around with. 5.5 mils of juice. Combined airflow adjustment with a variety of holes at the bottom. Okay, we're interested in what this guy actually looks like. Okay, doesn't show us that much though. It's okay. Interesting, eh? You put the coils along the side. Both legs on the one side. You don't often see that in these build decks. Pity they didn't show a bit more though. It would have been nice. But yeah, but you got the idea. Got the idea. So your coil's going to be situated like that. Huh. There you go. There you go. Let's quickly see what's going on in chat. Do not want to neglect you bastards. V2 only south, downhill. No. Kobus hy's baie spyt hy het ontslaag geraak van sy V2's. Baie spyt. Ek is seker daarvan. Fosse V1 is beter vir hom as die V2, maar even die V2 is beter as enigiets anders. Zayn comes with a damn vape in collaboration with Coco Sarang. I'll got a review up on my YouTube channel. Alright. Vaping is a fairly new device. Ek het die V1 'n ruk terug gehad. Was nie great nie. Gaan hom maar weer probeer aangesien ek kom nou Henry, yeah, I would also give the V1 another go because I know I never thinned out the legs. I never wicked the V1 as what I wicked the V2. And I mean, as I said, the success of the Orbiter V2 is absolutely in the wicking. Daar is soos Vos says, baie belangrik. So I think the V1 could be extremely nice as well. Because I knew I liked it a lot. But when this guy came out and I wicked it for the first time, I wasn't that happy. And then I thinned it out. Holy crap. Big difference. The Tesla's mods, it looks like. Okay, Dion 78. Maak hom dun. There you go. So yeah, the V1 so obviously is also going to be a success story though. The odd job I ordered it today. Okay. Gaan hom weer probeer. Alright, let's check what's new. What's else over here? And we got the Armor Max. This thing looks as if it can be dropped quite a distance there. I kind of like this ruggedness. I like it just because I'm a cat phone lover. I dig the look of this mod. I think it would be it would be a nice companion for the cat phone. The PL 21700s, then it's a must. If this thing is dual 21700, then I think it's a must. And oval, 30 mils. You got a nice device, except being battery days. You can also accommodate some very nice atomizers on this guy. So I think this guy is cool beans, man. Even the press a button for a quick release. Where do you want to be? Man, this thing is a winner. It's either you like the look or you don't like the look. Fortunately, I enjoy the like. I enjoy the look. I think the look is cool. I'll give this guy a skip, the tank a skip. But this mod, I think it's going to be a lovely mod. This is going to be a cool beans mod. Lekker man, lekker. 0.2, 0.4 ohm. Okay, if you're interested in the tank, 8 mils of juice. That's a lot of juice. That's a lot of juice for this tank. But yeah, 2 amp charging, very nice as well. No man, this thing's hunky dory, 220 watts. This is a winner, man. I'm telling you now. That button, that's the thing. That's what we want to see. Mr. Rob, I see you in the house. How was your Mauritius trip? Not Mauritius. Were you Mauritius or were you at Madagascar? Mauritius. I can't remember which one of the two you were. But yeah, this guy looks nice. It's probably just going to come in these two profiles as well if I just check out the pictures. But it would be interesting if there's more profiles being released of this. I'm sure there would be a black and a red one as well. That's very popular normally. Yeah, no, I like this mod. I like the look of this mod. The Armor Max kit. The Armor Max mod by Vaporeso. Okay, okay. There's a Valor MTL RTA by Cthulhu. Right. The cigarette tank. Here, look at that small little drip tip in there. For thin lips. Small mouths. For Matt. This is made for Matt. For Suck My Mott. Any case. Twisting furnace. Okay, at least you can have replaceable little things. I think this is going to be a decent MTL. A decent MTL. Yeah, look at this milky. Rob, here's your thing for you. You must like. Think how nice this guy's going to look on your tanks. On those white jobs of yours, your mods. You're going to have a bit of a trouble seeing the juice level over here. But you will know when you suck on the thing where your juice is up. But yeah, I think it looks cool. A choice of colors is limited to two versions, the black and the silver. Okay, 510 drip tip. We've got that over there. So if these guys are going to be interchangeable, that is a option to play around with. Bottom airflow, I like it. I like it. Chimney not too far from the mouth. Okay, okay. Okay, these they give you more drip tip options. But yeah, then again, you can probably put on your own drip tip. Not a problem. Height 3 centimeters. I think this guy's nice. Good, man. Good, good. That's that. Caliban G3. I don't know. I don't know. Do you want to? Okay. Might as well show you that. The Calibans all look the same now. But as I said, my wife preferred the latest Caliban, which we got. What was the other thing I showed you? A Caliban is lying where my wife actually preferred the Lost Vape one above the Caliban. So in any case, I think the other companies are surpassing the flavor of the Caliban now. I think they stuck to the same coils for too long. But yeah, it would probably still be nice devices. Yeah, Caliban. So you can pause that and then watch that over there. Die ouens hou net nie op nie. These Vandy vapes are coming out left and right with mods. 18650, nice little compact number. Yeah, it's a nice little shorty. Just what was this? The new universal mod was made lightweight. Top place, blah, 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 blah. What do you mean by universal? Okay, nice color that. Okay, we will see. Multifunction device is equipped with two different cartridges. One uses different interchangeable evaporators for 6 and for point 6 and point 3, and the other works with removable maintenance base under one spiral. The volume of tanks will be 5. But I mean, these Vandy Vape come out with innovative devices. Look at this. Includes two evaporators, two spiral, service base, 510 adapter, and a BB bridge adapter. Oh, if that's the case, this guy's going to do well. Because they're always nice and cheap and affordable. And they work. They work. Magnets are fairly decent. Yes. So what do you guys think of this? What do you think? Okay, kom ons kyk wat gaan nie aan. The odd job is awesome for RDL and DL. There you go, the odd job. Nice, Rob Fisher, because that is what I love. Probably going to be positive review on my channel, but we'll try and get the RBKK. What is going on the vaping legislation scene? That vaporization, I'm waiting for that armor mod. There you go. You can see vaping BK has got taste. 4 or 5 color options. Nice, nice. Legend for the win on the toughness. Yeah, no, I've still got my legends over there. But this guy, don't throw this guy away. This guy's been dropped quite a few times. I mean, and I still do not have any areas on this mag which have been started paint coming off. Nothing. Nothing. Fantastic paint job on this job and extremely comfortable in the hand. The mag 18. Very much comfortable. So yeah, so right, that's that. And then we've got a sub-ohm tank by Geek Vape. Because the no coils are a thing. All right, can have a look at that. Can increase that little guy. Can have a nice close here of the very color configurations. Nice times over there. Full. Okay. Little different logo. And yeah, as I said, unfortunately uses coils. So if you're into coils, this is a good option for you. These guys always have got nice flavor, man. Good flavor tanks, these. Most of them are. Here is the Armor S kit. Look at this. Look at this little bastard. Don't tell me they brought out the 21700. 100 watts. Wait. Wait. Here's the color configuration. Hey. Look at that. 21700. Vapor Reso, you darling. Here kom die manne nou uit met 'n lekker. Oh, I'd go for this little army green one. There you go. That's the one. I smack this army green. Yeah, man. Getting both of them. Nice. Just I haven't treated myself in a while with anything vape related. Holy crap sack. No, this is very nice. Thank you very much, Vaporesa, for being sweet and bringing out something for the hobbyists to play around with, which is few and far between. The mortuated body was endowed with a high degree of protection against impact, scratches, and other damage. Okay, now I like it. To the bottom, a folding cover of the battery compartment was added, opened with a convenient latch on the back of the fashion. I even like this bit of a ruggedness over the tank as well. That looks nice. Ah, good. 0.2 and a 0.4. Ah, nice, man. Lekker. Looking forward to this guy. Looking forward to this. That would be something good. Okay, little Ursa pod by Lost Vape. Yo, look at those color configurations. Almost looks like those Mexican death festivals which they have. Those designs. So what do you guys think? Who's going to be? Is it Tommy Fury or do you guys go for KSI? Logan Paul or Dylan? I hope Dylan wins and I hope Tommy wins. Well, I believe Tommy will win, but I'm not so sure on the other two. But I hope Dylan wins. I think that they're doing it for a bit of the cash, man. Most of these oaks haven't fought for years. But in any case, so you can just go and pause this. I'm not too much interested in this Ursa Nana. Not too much. And then last but not least, we've got something by Moti. Another Ultra disposable. Ultra 8000. Yo, that is a lot. What's it? A bit of digital numbering going on over here. Miniature narrow 6 colors. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Actually got a display. Wow. And battery level as well. Nice times. Nice. Oh, that not battery level. That those little blocks would probably be your strength. Activated with the help of buttons on the tightening. Power source, small battery, 500. Yeah, this is it's small. 500 small. Tank 14 mils of juice, which is a lot of juice. But alright, but it's 8,000. So where did I see a video of a guy actually emptying one of these things and squeezing out all the juice? Where they claim, say for instance, these guys claim they got 14 mils in. He actually took the whole thing apart before vaping on it and squeezing out as much juice as he could. And he didn't even get half of what was supposed to be in there, if it was so much. I can't even remember. But I wonder how they measure it, if it's really the amount which they throw in. Any of you guys actually tested to find out? But I think they might be sculling with us. Same with petrol. Every now and then you get to a petrol station which throws a bit less in or thins out the petrol a bit though. But I know I saw a few videos of Oaks actually filling the tanks. I think what they do is they gonna say, but not hack the meters, but they fiddle with the meters. So it appears as if it's 20 liters which you actually bought, but it's actually 18 or 17 or a bit less inside there. And that's how they actually make a bit of extra. So, Oaks, that is that from this website's side. I've got nothing else from my side which I want to tell you. All I'm doing is I'm looking forward to this weekend, most certainly, because I've only got 4 grade 12 answer papers to finish. Then I'm done with my grade 12s for the year. But it was so hard, the papers which they actually did. The first one wasn't that bad, but the memo made it difficult for the kids because they were very specific on the memo how they actually wanted the kids to answer that. But the second one, which was a departmental paper, which they actually sent to school, which the kids did not do well in. So we decided it's the first time in my whole history of teaching which we're ever going to do this. And this is where we take all our grade 12 classes. We're going to switch periods so that we have the grade 12s for the last 2 periods of the day. And then we're going to take them all to the auditorium in the school. And then we're going to go through them as a whole group for these papers and make sure that they don't make the same mistakes as what they actually do. But the good thing about it is that I think because the standard of these papers was so high, I doubt they will get the same standard or higher at the end of the year. So I think this is the worst which they would have been subjected to. So I think it's very nice preparatory papers. And I mean, it's not going to look that good for their term 3 marks, but term 3 marks is not my issue. My issue is always how they do at the end of the year. So all these tests and exams which you do term 1, term 2, and 3, they all contribute to a 25%. So the big 75% always comes from the November papers. So yeah. So it's not that big of a difference, even if they drop 10% for this paper. So I'm not too much worried. All right, kom ons check gou hierso if there's anything in chat. Questions. All right, let's go back over there. 4, 5 colors. We got that over there. Amazing. Nice. Vandy se pulse reeks is goed for what it is. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's for what you pay for that. There's not a problem with these things. You might say it feels cheap, but this guy is also going to feel not this guy. Yeah. Jelly box also feels cheap, and it feels cheap because it's light. But there's nothing loose on this thing, nothing. And I love this thing. It just bloody well works. It just works. I haven't had a problem with any of these jelly boxes, not even my dual 18650 one as well. The adjustments still work perfectly. The lights, which I put off now, because I mean I don't use the lights. It's a bit corny. It's a conversational piece. The lights, put it that way. But I mean, it's obviously longevity on the batteries as well. But I've got no problem with Bandy Vape stuff. I'm just not a fan of the look of it. So yeah, but I can understand somebody buying it for sure. Ek kan net nie gewoond raak aan die draw action van 'n sub-ohm tank nie. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting the max for me and the S for my wife. Okay. Maybe I should follow the same route. I'll get the max for me and the S for me. Okay, nice. KSI. Yeah, how can you ook root for KSI? What? You guys must be from the UK if you root for KSI. KSI. But I must say, between the two guys, KSI is a much nicer person than Logan Paul. KSI is a small asshole. Logan is a huge asshole. He's a Kango Caves asshole. But no, yeah. But yeah, so between them, if there was a fight between those two, I'd definitely root for KSI. But in this case, now I'll go for Tommy Fury. I like the I'm gonna say I like the attitude of that family, especially the Opa. Nee, it was the father. The father. Yeah, the oak goes ballistic. I don't know if you saw the one where he actually started kicking the tables. The one where I think Tommy still fought Jake Paul. And then we're talking so much crap. I can't even remember. I think it was Tommy, but the Opa got so angry because he's there about boxing. And these influencers, they start cupping one another. So he decides to kick the tables. And somebody kicks off 3 tables from the from the stage. But I like it. I mean, these bare knuckle guys, and it's all. What's that nice movie with Brad Pitt with the gypsies where he plays that bare knuckle gypsy fighter, Snatch. Yeah, it's a brilliant movie. Dags. So I think there I started getting used to and watching these gypsies. I just like their attitudes, and I know they could be apparently a pest in certain parts of is it England where they operate, where these mobile gypsies just move from one place to another and they park their mobiles, and then they've got this whole festival, gypsy festival somewhere, etc. But these oaks are mean bastards. They feel nothing. They will smack the living shit out of you quickly. So yeah, that's that. Ek gaan jou slaan, Raven. Okay, all right. Okay, so these must obviously be kids then. Okay, let's just get rid of that. Remove and remove. Okay. All right, guys, that is that from my side. I've got nothing new which I actually wanted to add that. As I said, we will most likely definitely have a show next Wednesday because I mean it is in the holidays, so I definitely got a lot more time over there. Not a problem. Question: the Guar or Drag 4 or Aegis L200? Yeah, that's a difficult one. Um, I've had all of them, but the only one which I still have is the Aegis L200. So me personally, but I know there's nothing. The only problem which I had with the Guar was just a bit of the size. But I mean that's because it's dual 21700. But this one of Vaporesso, the new one of them, the dual 21700, actually looks as if it's not going to be that wide, as if it's going to be more narrow. So I will definitely maybe wait for that to come out. But if you're very hasty, I mean between those, I would go for the Aegis L200. Good evening, Aegis Legend 21700 for the win. There you go. Ek volg nie regtig die fights nie. Ek net gejoke. 18 watching, 17 likes. Yep, legend for sure, etc., etc., etc. Okay, there you go. All right, guys, that is that from my side. I'm going to love and leave you and say you must have a very joyous weekend and enjoy the rugby over this weekend. And there's for the South Africans, there's Monday, it is a holiday over there. So you actually got a long weekend, bit of a breather over there. And that's that. Thank you very much for joining. And it's nice to actually be back. And I will see you next Wednesday evening. Have a good night, guys. Let me just get that over there. And I'm off. Cheers.